My name is Sheryl Matsuoka, the president and CEO of the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association and the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. Welcome to the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association podcast, Restaurants of Hawaii. The Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Food Service Expo is the official show for 2025. Save the date, everyone, February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Center. It is the only event created exclusively for Hawaii's restaurants and food service industry professionals by the industry itself. Today, I have an opportunity to feature, I'm going to say two of our exhibitors, or is it three of our exhibitors? And we want to mention that these companies were so wonderful to sign up for booths early. And we're going to be featuring many of the other exhibitors throughout the days leading up to our expo, along with other things that are happening with the expo. So as we count down the days to the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo, I'd like to please have Jakub introduce himself.
Hi, Sheryl. Thank you so much for having me on the show. My name is Jakub Pirog. I'm the Marketing and Business Development Coordinator for Informed Design. We're a local Honolulu-based architecture and interior design firm. We love working with restaurants. Some of the restaurants we've done work with in the past are Hanakoa Brewing, Aloha Beer Co., and Hoku's at the Kahala. As I mentioned, we love working with restaurants, and we're super excited to be participating in the expo this year, along with our collaborator, Joe McGarry.
Nice. Welcome, Joe. I'm going to have Joe introduce herself because Joe has years of experience in the food service restaurant industry. Go ahead, Joe.
Sheryl, hey, Jakub. I'm Joe McGarry. I'm the founder of MoJo, the business of food, which is now a company that I don't know, I think we're probably about 14 years old or something. Really formed to help restaurants from idea through startup all the way to opening, and then in a lot of cases recently to selling and closing and moving on. Anything at all to do with restaurants, we are here to help. And I'm also vice president of retail and advisory at CBRE, the restaurant specialist. And that's a position I love too, because that gives me the ability to put everything the restaurants need and want into sort of practice when I'm working on their behalf with getting them their new spaces. So we're really thrilled to be partnering with Jakub and Anne and the whole team. And I personally wanted to be part of this because Waihata is a super important company to me. I've run a restaurant clinic for 10 years at Waihata since the day they opened the doors. It's a free service to anyone in the food and beverage industry, and it means everything to us that we're able to be there every week and counsel people for free. So yeah, that's me, short and sweet.
Yes, and I also see you over at the ChefZone, right? Out there sitting over there, and because Joe knows everybody in the food service industry, and
we're there every week,
yes.
Every single week as a courtesy for Waihata and just to be there for everyone.
Yes, and Joe's a resource, that comes, as she mentioned, years of experience that can give you some
years. I know, I'm so old now, Sheryl.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, like I said, my husband and I, 3 decades. So yes, we're old. I'm going to have Reed introduce himself. Go ahead, Reed.
Aloha, Sheryl. I'm Reed Tanaka with the Aloha Shoyu company, the vice president of business development there. I also oversee our sister company, Aloha Packaging and Supplies. So every year we're very excited to do this show, I guess, with the Restaurant Association. Our company was built on the loyal people of Hawaii, and that includes the restaurateurs, of course. So always a good chance to be out there, meet customers face to face, and see anything that we can do as far as filling needs that they may have. So very excited to do the show this year.
And before the show, I told Reed the secret is in my kitchen. I have the little Aloha Shoyu bottle with the gold cap, which means low sodium. And I said, Reed, you got to know, we have to watch my husband's high blood pressure, so it's a good thing. So that's in our kitchen, Reed. So
Thank you. Thank you.
our, our member exhibitors will showcase the very best and cutting edge technology, innovative products, and fresh solutions, all tailored for Hawaii's unique food service industry. So let's start the conversation today and really discuss the highlights of the expo this year. And I really want to start with Jakub. So Jakub, what inspired Informed Design to support the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo and be an exhibitor?
Of course. So we thought that the expo would be a perfect opportunity to do this collaboration with MoJo. I know I've been lucky enough to participate in HRA events in the past, and they're always fantastic. There's always a great turnout. But more than anything, we believe that the HRA Expo is going to be a great way to advertise our business and advertise this collaboration and present to local restaurateurs the solutions we could provide.
Exactly. For you, it's like you said, renovations or new builds, right? The design and everything, beautiful, just beautiful. So Joe, you're going to be participating as a collaboration with Informed Design. So what made you decide to be at the expo with the Informed Design company?
Cheryl, over the years of working with restaurants, to open a restaurant, it's just such a multifaceted thing. I mean, it just isn't that you're a great chef and you want to go and share your recipes. There's so much more to it. And I've worked so closely with Anne from Inform and her team on multiple restaurant projects and hotel projects, and they are just phenomenal. We thought this year that it would be really fun to collaborate and to show restaurants that there is a lot of support for them when they decide they want to move, either grow or expand or renovate. There are a lot of small restaurants opening up right now, and they can really impact their community by putting their own personality into their restaurant and sharing exactly their style of food. And I think we wanted to show the collaboration of the fact that we're all very excited about working with restaurant people and also bringing some expertise. I think a little bit like Reed, we're so grateful for our loyal, clients. I mean, so grateful for them. Although we don't have as many hundreds of thousands of them as Reed does. But, I think it's that feeling of you want to give something back, you want to be available, and we just want to be there on the 26th and 27th to show people in the restaurant community, look, we're here, we're going to help you if you need something, even if you just want to talk about what your idea is, we want to be there and help.
You're so right, Joe. I mean, totally. I got a call from my nephew, Reed, and they're opening a Portuguese restaurant in Kailua. And I was like, so is that like malasadas? It's like, what is it? And he's like, no, Auntie, no. Portuguese food is like, and he gives me the whole menu. It sounds delicious. And as Joe said, so many different concepts are opening up. Just in Manoa, Joe, where we live, is Lady Elaine.
Lady Elaine, yes, Dusty Grable's new restaurant.
Yeah, Mediterranean, right?
Now, he is such an interesting, fascinating restaurant operator. One of the rare ones, I think, who can go in, bring his own concept, bring his own kind of design, and very neighborhood oriented. Yeah, that's an exciting addition to Manoa.
Yes. So we've been over to Little Plum, but I haven't tried Lady Elaine yet. I'm just got to get through this expo, Joe, because this expo has just taken up all my bandwidth, right? It's like morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week. But I'm dying to get out there and taste Dusty's newest creation. But as you mentioned, so many new concepts, so many new restaurants are opening up. It's really an exciting time. So we're inviting all the restaurants to come to the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo. You also said that you all do with hotels. I met with a hotel group and also the Sheraton group, which is part of the Marriott, right? They'll all be coming down. They confirmed that they're bringing down all of their I guess you'd call them their food and beverage department to come down to the expo because it's really an expo for purchasing agents. We want to be sure that our exhibitors are visited by decision makers, right? So that's why we're really asking the attendees to understand that our exhibitors have spoken loudly and they want to be sure that the quality of attendees is way more important than the quantity. So Reed, what made Aloha Shoyu agree to be in our show another year? Thank you so much. Thank you
No,
so much,
of
Reed.
course. Of course. Well, it's a little twofold because, we are a manufacturer of shoyu. So we use a lot of distributors to get our products out there. It gives us a pretty rare chance to get in front of the customer, as I kind of had mentioned earlier. We rely on our distributors and they are great. But if we can get face to face with our customers, that's probably the best marketing we can do. Hear from them exactly what they're looking for, maybe a new sauce that they're looking for, anything that can help them. And as far as the packaging side, Bill 40 has been one of the craziest laws, these last few years, and it keeps changing. And I'm hearing there's more changes. So a lot of people, we can help them in that aspect, understanding the laws, maybe what's coming and how we can actually help them. The restaurant business, I can't imagine what they're going through. It's hard as it is, and then they have to deal with these bills and laws. Um, so it's something that we can be a resource for our customers, add value to whatever we can provide to them, whether it's shoyu or packaging, disposables. And we also have, the second thing is we have some new products rolling out, some new teriyaki sauces. We have a new syrup that we're going to launch at the show as well. So we're really excited to see the response. And yeah, it's just a great show. So many people from the industry that we know. And, it's a real good opportunity for us to reconnect with them as well.
And you're so right, Reed. Everybody tells me it's like a big reunion. I have a lot of people flying in from California and different parts of the United States, and they say they're so excited that they're flying in because it's like a big reunion that they get to see everyone, and they're just so excited. I also want to mention that thank you to Ala Hotel and the Prince Hotel who is offering special Hawaii Restaurant Association codes to get their rooms at a discount. I have so many restaurateurs flying in from the neighbor islands. And so they requested that we reach out to the hotels and ask for special Hawaii Restaurant Association room codes. So we'll be doing that also. All right, I'm going to ask a question to my Jacob. Jacob, so which restaurants and food service businesses has Informed Design done design work for in the past? Oh, where'd my Jacob go? Joel, do you see Jacob?
But I can tell you while we're waiting that the Ala Hotel was a hotel that was refurbished. The design was all done by Inform. And we were fortunate enough they're our clients, they're our MoJo clients, and we introduced them to Inform, and I think they just did an incredible job. If you've been to the lobby, just the lobby of the Ala Hotel, it's so beautiful and so different from what it was before. So it's a really good example of the kind of work that they do at Inform under the direction of the amazing Anne, who I just love. She's so great.
I love her. She's really wonderful, supports the Hawaii Restaurant Association, attends our Hall of Fame and all of the events, and we're just really grateful. And as I mentioned, we want all of you who are watching this podcast to please, go over to the Aloha Shoyu and Aloha, I'm going to get it right, packaging and supplies, right? Did I get it right, Reed?
Correct.
Because Reed is so right. Reed, I'm dealing with PFAS. I'm dealing with so many different packaging questions. Please go to Reed and ask him what is compliant, because they all call me up and, they're, like you said, Reed, maybe they're the smaller mom and pops who really, they don't have the time to be following all the different bills and laws and regulations. And now they're like, what's PFAS, Sheryl? What do I have to do? And I was like, it's, yeah. So we're going to send them all over to see Reed. I'm going to, I don't know what to do, Joe. I can pause this until
Up to
you,
me, Reed. We can wait.
no, I'm
Or
going
if
to,
you want to keep going, we can, and then up to you.
I'm
I
going
wanted
to
to ask Reed a question. Can I ask Reed a question?
of course.
Reed, I'm so interested. Of course, I love Aloha Shoyu, right? I mean, have just loved you guys forever. With your product development, how, because you have such a huge range of products, right? But you also are in the position where you can't change your core products because everyone loves them, right? And there would be a revolution if you really tried to change them. How do you product develop? I mean, does it come from your customer base saying, listen, we really want this, can you create it? Or does it come from within where you look at what you have and say, we have to enhance this, we have to grow this? Share a little bit about that process.
It's twofold. So you are right. So sometimes customers will come to us, and this is kind of why these shows are important, that
Yeah.
they give us, hey, maybe you guys should try this, and this would be good with this. So it comes that way. And then also, yeah, internally, I think one of the biggest, and this is a while ago, but gluten free was huge, maybe
Yeah.
what, 10, 12 years ago. So if you weren't doing gluten free, you're missing out on a whole part of the market.
Mhm.
So it's twofold. Yeah, it's customers and then the market. Our president Brian Tanigawa is actually a pharmacist by trade. So
Oh, I didn't know.
he's very in depth with the chemical side of it, not chemical, I should say, chemistry
Uh-huh.
of
What
like,
blends together well.
yes, and then to keep products stable, make sure they're safe and whatnot. So he's kind of the mad scientist behind our product development in that sense. But yeah, it's a combination of customers and really the market out there. So yeah.
That's cool. Thank you.
Nice. Hey, Jacob's back.
Apologies for that.
It's
Technical difficulties.
It's okay, Jacob. So, Joe was able to answer the question. I don't know if you heard me. I asked about which restaurants and food service businesses has Informed Design, done design work for, and her answer was the Ala Moana Hotel. Is there any other businesses or restaurants or food service businesses that you want to elaborate on?
Sure. So we do a wide variety of restaurant work. One of the ones we're most proud of is Hanakoa Brewing, because the second you step through the door, you're just greeted with this fantastic atmosphere. It's super lively. The architecture, the interior design work there is just fantastic. One thing we love to do is partner with local artists to paint murals on a lot of the restaurants that we work for. So, for example, Aloha Beer Co. at their restaurant, their location in downtown Honolulu, has a custom mural that we collaborated with Matthew Tapia on, and he illustrated that for us. And then, we've done some work for Starbucks as well, such as their Reserve Bar in Waikiki, which also showcases a custom design mural. So this is just a handful of examples that we've done. And, we're always super proud to leave a great design, something that catches people's eye and creates a wonderful atmosphere for the restaurant.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So, as we're wrapping up the show, I want to give everyone an opportunity to say their final comments. Now, remember, Reed, we're inviting everyone over to your booth, right? Everybody swing by and see Reed. Ask him about all of the packaging questions, not Sheryl. So, Reed, any other last comments that you would like to make before we wrap up the podcast?
No, I just want to thank you for having me. This is actually the first time I've been on something like this, so very exciting. But no, thank you for the opportunity. We like I said before, we always treasure the opportunity to be face to face with our customers. They are the backbone of our company from 1946. So we are very grateful and thankful. And anytime we can get in front of our customers, hear what they have to say, any ideas they may have for new products, or any kind of need that we can fill, we're so excited to see them, and we're excited to be at your show next month.
And we want to thank you. Thank you for your support, Reed. You know, we appreciate you being an exhibitor. And I would look forward to sending everyone over there to see Reed and ask him all the packaging questions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead to Jacob. Jacob, any final comments,
Sure.
statements
So,
of the
of
show?
course, I would just like to elaborate on a point that Joe touched upon, which is restaurateurs, they need to be worried about a million different things. So something that, I'm super proud of, and I'm happy that MoJo and Inform is able to do this collaboration at the Expo, is kind of to provide our services as a one-stop shop and solution for restaurateurs who are looking to either get into a new space or to renovate their existing space to optimize their business. This could be through even changing something like the floor layout options so you can serve more customers, for example, or you want to really create that sense of wonder or wow when someone enters your restaurant, and to have a wonderful ambiance. These are all things that it takes a lot of work. The process can be super complicated, but with the years and years of experience of Joe McGarry and our designers and architects at Inform Design, restaurateurs can have peace of mind knowing that we can kind of guide them through this process. So we're super excited to be at the HRA Expo. Be sure to stop by our booth because we'll also be raffling off a $200 gift card to the Pig and the Lady and a $100 gift card to Murphy's Bar and Grill. So
Oh,
happy to support our
nice.
local restaurants by doing that.
Nice, nice. As you know, we all love Don. He's just a wonderful guy. All right, Joe, any last comments before we wrap up this podcast? I think she's muted, Joe.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
If what we want people to know is if you use professionals right from the start when you're planning your restaurant, just like with any other business, you can save yourself so much time and effort and money. And honestly, having seen so many people try and struggle and do it on their own, it can cost you up to a year in like permits going wrong or not getting the right plumbing advice, or the very basic things that you don't know. You're a brilliant chef. You have an incredible team, but you're not an architect. You're not a designer. You're not a civil engineer. You're not a plumber. All of those things are available to help make it easier. And I, like Reed, very much just love the opportunity to see our clients in person, to chat with them, to find out how business is going. And this year to introduce them to Inform and to the amazing work that Anne and Jacob and their team can do. So we're looking forward to that.
thank you so much, Joe. So in closing, to our members and our viewers, mahalo very much for participating in the show today. I want to thank my three exhibitors who will be at the show, Aloha Shoyu and Aloha Packaging and Supplies. I had to look down on my pad, Read, Inform Design and MoJo to really just to go to their booths and learn more about what the services and products that they provide. Mark your calendars for February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Center. Go to their website, HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. That's HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. We still have a few booths available, and then we have to close. The deadline is coming up really soon because we need to turn in the floor plan to the Blaisdell Center. Remember to join the Hoover app. Jacob was #1 last week when I opened up the app, right, Jacob? You had loaded up all your pictures and you were like the #1 trending guy. Jacob, you need to go back on again because somebody knocked you down, because now there's a whole lot of activity going on that attendee app. The attendee app is always it's called the you go to Hoover and then you download it. It's free, and then you'll see all the different attendees and all the different exhibitors that are on the show. I see the Aloha Shoyu one already, Read, and it has like when you started and a little bit about Aloha Shoyu. Stay tuned for more episodes to our members and subscribers where we'll introduce you to even more Expo highlights. As I mentioned today, our Expo app, as I mentioned, the hotel discount. And remember, if you liked this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to stay informed about more Expo and Hawaii Restaurant Association updates. Your support helps us continue advocating for and strengthening Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry. Mahalo for listening, and we can't wait to see you at the Expo. The Hawaii Restaurant Association is the organization unifying, representing, and supporting the Hawaii restaurant and food service industry. Remember to nourish connections, savor life, eat well, and live well. Until next time, aloha.